What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about stellar lumens yet again today. This one comes to us at the request of Ryan Lip. Ryan, I don't think you necessarily requested it, but we were talking about it. You asked a question if there were any other charts that kind of looked like XLM. I feel like XLM and XRP do look, somewhat similar. XRP maybe gave back more of its move, whatever. Something like XDC even, right? Maybe. Kinda not really. Similar. Kind of similar, right? I don't know. But we are going to talk about XLM. I think that there are a few coins that look like this, and this chart overall to me does look bearish. I do think that it goes lower. I didn't know my camera was tilted there. Got to fix that. But looking at the chart right now, just on the weekly, it really wouldn't surprise me if this went lower. We're at the base of this range here, where a lot of cryptos are doing bullish things. Stellar Lumens is lacking. It's not doing good. It actually just had a bearish close last week of 2.4% to the downside. Not that much. It's being very boring. So when it does decide to choose to go down, it'll probably be a more explosive move than this 2.4% move. It'll probably be something like this. It's like 10% or larger, maybe more than 5% or something like that. But I would think that we go down lower. Where are we going to go on the weekly time frame here? If we were to take a fib from maybe this relative low to this relative top, yeah, man, going to the 618 to 69, this area right here would be picture perfect, honestly. Something that's below 11 cents but above 10 cents, that would make sense to me. I think I said that in my my last video about it, I forget, but that is a previous area of support as well, coming in line very well with that. That would make sense to me. So I think a little bit lower, still overall forming a higher low, right? Because you've got this low here, these lows here, higher low, and then another higher low. You could even go below this line and still be in overall good shape for moving up. But I do think something like around 10 cents would hold. I don't think that you're going to break 10 cents. If you do, you might see prices go down to about 9.2 cents or something like that. But ultimately, regardless of where it is heading exactly, I would think I put an emphasis on the 10 to 11 cent range, a little bit above 10 cents, a little bit below 11 cents to be completely fair, but around that range. But it could go lower. I do think that it goes lower. I forgot what I was just about to say. The weekly RSI looks pretty good. Higher highs, higher lows, nice to see. It also, however, does leave room for the RSI to come down a little bit, something like that. And then we can talk about bullish things. I think whatever I was talking about, maybe the 786 to 886, something like this. Even if it went to 9 cents or 8 cents, that's still a higher low, right? So something like that could happen, though. From a price perspective, relatively speaking, it wouldn't make as much sense to me to go that low. So I really do think that 10 to 11 cent area is going to hold. If we look at it on a monthly, looking at it here, what a bearish couple months you had there. Rejecting the 382, you're below the 236. Maybe you do come all the way down to the 0.069. That would put you right at around 8 cents. That is somewhere around the 886. Could be. That line does line up with the previous area of resistance, support. I don't know. I'm not a fan personally. I don't think that you go that low. But you could, and it still would be a higher low. That's the whole point of this. But I don't know. I think you go just a little bit lower, somewhere around the lows here, and then you turn up from there. And where are you going to go, Stellar Lumens? You are going to go. Let's assume that you hit this exact low at the bottom of this range here. If you were to go there, your 1272 would be right up here at about 23 cents, 1618 at about 30 cents. And I mean, from there, you guys, I think that Stellar Lumens would work its way all the way up to new all-time highs. It has been in this range. It's been held down by its all-time highs that were set in 2017, 2018 technically. But maintained this kind of position of just higher lows throughout its whole life. Like very nice accumulation phase, higher low, higher low here, and I do think we go lower, but on a monthly time frame it'll still maintain this higher low. I don't think we take out that low there at about 7 cents. I don't think we go anywhere near that. So Finding support here, somewhere just a little bit lower, would make sense to me. And then from there, guys, more or less, we're going to be just working our way up, right? We worked our way up from here, right? This was the low right here. And as we're working our way up, we had months where we came down 22%. We had months where we went up 160%, just to follow the next month down 37%, you know. It's not going to be a straight line, though it more or less will feel like after a year you'll blink and you'll be like, man, I remember when this thing was at 11 cents, and it'll be sitting at about like 50 cents or more. And then by the end of the cycle, likely, in my opinion, it'll break $1, probably break $1. And from there, we might see prices around anywhere from about $1.54, maybe even as high as, let's see, yeah, like $2.46. We could even go up to $3.56. Can stellar lumens do that? You know, that's just from like a chart perspective. Let me see here. Let's look at the market cap. Actually get the market cap here. It is number 25. $3 billion as of right now. So from the current price, if we were to take the current price and put it all the way up to this 1272, that would be a 13x from 3 billion. That would put it at what, like $40 billion, roughly, a little bit more than that, right? I don't know. I think so. Like $40 billion, yeah. Because we are at, yeah, just a little bit over 3. Something like that, if I'm doing my math right. And then if not, potentially even, I mean, maybe even like double that, man. Still below $100 billion, right? If we were to do it that, 31 times 3, yeah, that would still be below 100 billion. But something around there would make sense to me. You know, this thing definitely could. All I'm trying to say is that stellar lumens definitely could see prices above $1.54, potentially even all the way up to something that's like near $4 by the end of this bull cycle. I definitely think it's deserving of a market cap like that. You know, could it do 100x? Could it be worth 100 times its price right now, which would give it a $11 price and a $300 billion market cap? I think it could. This is a very, you know, it's an OG coin compared to a lot of coins here. It's been around since 2014. It stood the test of time. There is still interest in it. It's one of the more talked about coins, especially recently, which I just think that all that stuff kind of coming together, being in this range that you haven't broken out of for multiple cycles now, that having a 100x is definitely possible. You know, from this low here to like the top where you broke out, that was a 570x. So a 100x, I think, from the current price, let alone from the overall cycle, is definitely possible. A 100x from the actual low would put you at somewhere around $7, which is still higher than anything that I've projected so far, but you know, we really could see prices above that. It is a 100xable coin, though right now, at the moment, I would have my eyes on something between about $1.50 to $4, if not higher, but somewhere in that $1.50 to $4 range, ultimately for the cycle. But remember, in the meantime, I do think we're going down. I think we go a little bit lower. We're at 11.16 cents right now. I think that XLM will likely go somewhere around 10 to just below 11 cents, maybe 10.8 cents, 10 to 10.8 cents, somewhere in there. And then we'll turn around and work our way up and have a merry time. So if you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for coming. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.